An overview, long story short, of the past 8 years would be I started off taking acid in Derry in an attic. Went into a bad trip, was like really bad, was hellish. And then 3 weeks after, I went to Paris without telling anyone. So I thought God was telling me to go to Paris. And then was there for a while, got sectioned, came home, was sectioned, not sectioned home, I was by choice and Cruncha. And then, can we pause game? Because I'm getting way shaky. It's because I'm unconscious of it.
No, we'll just start chatting about how we actually started chatting.
Because that was grand.
Well, what was the skydive called that you started doing?
Oh, schizo skydive.
Schizo skydive.
Yeah, schizo skydive. Me, schizophrenic, doing a skydive, jumped myself out of a plane.
How'd that go?
That was amazing. That was really good.
Aye.
It was like terrifying at the same time. Like I thought I was going to throw up when I was going up. And
how high did you do it from? Do they tell
15,000 feet.
15,000 feet. No, you're all right. Keep my feet in the ground.
It feels like you're falling for ages.
I was supposed to had a few mates that went and done it, and I was supposed to do one like that there, and I wouldn't say I pulled out. I just never agreed to doing it.
Aye. So
but,
you were like on the top of doing it, but you didn't.
Aye. Where did you do it? Was it out around Garva? Was it?
Aye,
Garva. Is that the only place that does it now?
I think so. In the north anyway.
Aye. And you were doing it to raise money.
Aye. I raised £820 altogether.
800. That's class. And what was the aim? What was the target in your head? Did you have any or?
Well, the first target was 500, but then I thought, no, shoot for the moon, you'll hang them on the stars. So I'd done £1,000. But 820, I'm happy with. Like, really
aye, because your real target in your head was 500, and it didn't matter after.
Yeah. But another thing too was GoFundMe. They take money off, which I knew, but I didn't realise it would be that much. It was about 96 for, well, it's only about £4. I just
£4 over the whole lot, or £4 per
100.
We done it for Lemons too, or we done a GoFundMe. We were running the marathon for Foyle Hospice, and when we went down to Foyle Hospice, we already had it set up and so much money I'm through. But they says, was it Just Give? Is that the other one you call?
I think so.
They says that one's better. Go for that there because they don't take as much a percentage or something like that there.
Aye. But see, whenever you're doing it for a charity, they most likely already have a GoFundMe subscription that you don't have to like pay. They won't take money off you. Like they
like
pay
a direct one for right. Okay.
For charities.
I didn't know that.
I found that out after.
Too late. It's too late after.
Too late
so what was the adrenaline like when you were going down?
It was the most. After giving birth, it's the most thrilling thing ever.
Right. Why does all you women add on the giving birth to everything?
Because
you can put that in any topic.
We need you to know that we give birth to human life.
Right.
Everyone that does it. And I actually done it with no drugs.
Aye. Why does every woman that do it with no drugs need to tell you they don't
with no
drugs?
It's a proud moment. Right. It wasn't by choice. I wanted the drugs. The first thing I said to the nurse.
You wanted the drugs?
I was like, give me it, whatever it was called.
Epidural?
No, not epidural. It was a new one. I forget what it was called now. But I was like, give me it. And they were like, well, we'll see. And I never got it. So that was lousy.
And was that was New Zealand? They're a son, aren't they? But when did you do the skydive? How long ago was that?
The 6th of June. So a month ago.
Would you do another one?
Do you know what? I see whenever the paraglide went up, I was like, no, I'd never have to do this again. I'm so happy about that. And then I got the ground and I was like, I could be an instructor.
You actually wanted to keep going?
I wanted to be.
You'd have went back up there now, there and then, would you?
I actually asked the girl, like, how much skydives you have to do, you know, to be the person of videos. And she said, like, 10,000 or 1,000 or something. I don't know what it was, but it was a high number.
Aye. Oh, you had to do so many jumps to do a solo one?
No, you can go solo. You have to do so many solo jumps to be an instructor.
Right. And would you push for a solo for your next one? Will you have a next one first?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it again. I'm like, no.
The thing that put me off, the reason I wouldn't do that there is the dangling the feet out the plane.
That's the
part. That's the only part that I have in my head. The free fall and all that there. Not to say, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't bungee jump either.
I know, bungee jump's worse.
I would.
Looks like it'd give you whiplash.
Probably does. I know it stretches out and it goes pure slow, but would you do anything else for charity?
Aye, I would.
Do you have anything in mind?
Walking across hot coal.
Where did that come from?
Oh, I don't know. I just had the thought
Just
there
came
now.
through.
Just came
That's- Would you walk across hot coal?
I don't know. I might. If
I would do that one.
Would
I
you do
would
that
actually
one?
do that one quicker
Because
than
you're supposed to
my
like,
feet's on the ground, so I've no
Aye.
excuse.
and you're supposed to have like mind over matter. Like you can tell yourself not to feel it.
Have you ever done ice baths or not?
No,
You haven't?
no.
No, we used to do them very regular. We'd have done every week or something like that there, but that would be good.
Aye, that would be
Get on
scary.
there.
Not scary, but like the breathe. When I get a cold shower, and when you be like, you
Aye.
like be breathing like a.
Well, that's
No.
that, but the whole way around your body.
No,
No.
I don't know. I would
Too
do it for
cold?
charity. I wouldn't do it for the crack like you did it.
Aye.
Aye.
I'm telling you, you'll start for charity and you'll end up doing it for the crack.
Maybe.
Tell us about Sinead growing up.
Growing up, I've had a really good childhood. Mom and dad divorced when I was like 3, but like I was grand. And life was good up until I had 19, where I took acid.
So there was nothing.
Literally,
Well, what are you on? You're on here anyway to talk and spread awareness about
Like,
schizophrenia, as a
schizophrenia, psychosis.
psychosis. Aye. So that wasn't in your bloodline then.
Oh no, it is in my bloodline.
It is.
I know it's on. I have a cousin and I have a distant uncle who had it. But I think I'm the first female of the family.
Right, there
get
you are.
schizophrenia,
You're a
yeah,
first
I
anyway.
know.
That's, and
Starting generational trauma.
would the acid that you are talking about, would that have been the thing that set it off?
That would have been the trigger point.
The trigger, aye.
Definitely. But I always think like if I didn't take that acid, someone else could have brought that out if it was already underlying. So if I'd give birth and then it came out, like that would have been
Would
way
have put
worse.
a negative
That
spin
would have
on
been
something.
way
At
worse.
least you knew the thing that you were doing wasn't to be done,
Aye.
and you done it anyway.
Aye.
But acid, and what was that trip like? What was the first trip even before?
It was bad. It was like I don't remember a while out of it. I think I blocked it out, but I know parts of it was just like darkness. And no, I remember the beginning of it. So I was having a good time at the start. Walls are moving just like normal, listening to nice music and all. And there was party colour lights. And then the party colour lights just went red, 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 red down the room. And it was like it just went boom, like a bad energy.
Aye.
And then I just kind of lay in the fetal position, just like cover my eyes, waiting for it to stop for 12 hours.
12, is that how long an acid trip will last for? 12 hours?
I think mine was about 16 altogether.
16 hours? And were you going up there to take acid, or were you up there and it was there and you
No,
says, let's do this?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're not interrupting.
I was trying to get my hands on acid for months. So like there was no one. Future Sinead could have came from the future and said, Sinead, don't take this acid. And I would have been like, I'm taking this acid. It was in my head, like I needed to try a psychedelic.
Well, believe it or not, I have something similar to that. We went the drugs course, and on this drugs course, they taught you about all the drugs and all the badness of it and what they do to you. And because of this, I wanted to take the drugs they were teaching about. So I tried them and took them or whatever, but never
Went
really,
wrong for you.
never ended up taking them long term or anything like that. I just wanted to see what that trip would do, or does cocaine really do that to you? Does that really do that to you? But I don't believe I ever took acid. So
No.
that was your drug of choice. You just wanted.
I wanted to try a psychedelic, and I was told all the time, people take it once and it fucks their life, it ruins their life. And
Would you agree with that
I
now?
took that once.
Would you agree it ruined your life? But would
No,
you?
I wouldn't say it ruins, but I mean, like, I would put myself as one of the lucky ones, like, not necessarily drug psychosis, but any type of psychosis is hard to kind of come out of. For a lot of people, there's, I would say, less than half. I don't know the statistics, but I'd say less than half come fully out of it. Not fully out of it, but I mean like fully to themselves. And like have their personality back and all. Because the medication you'd be put on after a psychosis episode kind of can dull your personality.
And what is psychosis? What is the?
So psychosis is hearing, seeing, smelling, all your senses, seeing things that aren't there,
Right.
like other people cannot perceive. It's not just that, it's racing thoughts, it's delusions, it's thoughts of grandiose behaviours. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like, an example would be like, grandiose is like thinking you're the best. You know celebrities, you're God's chosen one. You know, you're best friends with celebrities or something. Like, one time I was in Longtower and I met Nick here.
Who's Nick here?
He's from Countdown.
Ah, right.
You know Nick
Ah,
here?
yeah.
But he like my family and all was there. Like, he actually was there doing a pilgrimage show, right?
And you did meet him?
And I did actually meet him.
And you talked to him, and this
I
was one of
talked
the... Right,
and then
I
I
see
was
where
trying
you're
to
going.
convince my mental health team that I was talking to Nick here. And I think I'm saying his name wrong. Here. That's what I'm saying here.
I get you. But
no, that was hard to convince.
and did you have to bring someone in to tell the
I
team
know,
that you
I had to
actually...
tell them that, like, no, he actually was there and all.
And did they try and diagnose your mother too, or did they believe you then? Was that the point where they believed it?
No, they believed it, no.
Yeah.
But if you, like, I don't have to convince you or anything, but if you look on Google, like, you'll see he was in Longtower.
He was, right. I'll check that up just for argument's sake. Just that's... But no, you were saying, right, so the fetal position you were in the first time you took it, was that the whole trip for you? Was that you then, or...
Like, more could have happened that I don't remember. But the trip itself wasn't the mad part. It was after the trip that the mad part happens, where, like, I was hallucinating hallucinating and hearing voices, but I wasn't realising that I was yet. Because it was far and few in between the first episode. It was the second episode after I was allowed to come off medication, because they thought it was drug psychosis, that I went into another episode. That episode was way worse than the first. Even though I went to Paris and all without telling anyone, it was like the second one was harder going.
But see, when you're in the psychosis and you're hearing or smelling anything, do you, that is real to you? Is that, can you tell the difference, but?
No.
You can't?
Not far into it, no. At the start, you kind of can. But I was on my second episode since September to February, March, April, about April. So that's a good...
And is that the one you went to Paris for?
No, that was the second episode where I went up a mountain. So
the first one, what was it? How do you know you're on it nowadays, or is it?
See, that's the thing about psychosis too, is like most people don't. People around you will tell, but you yourself, you believe that you're fine, that God is talking to you, that you are friends with celebrities. I didn't have that part of psychosis, but like mine was all religious. That you can't heal people.
The ultimate celebrity, was it? Was your friend? Hey, God was talking to you. You had a one up to all these TikTokers. Hey,
I've come to spread peace.
Are you sure you went to Paris? Did you definitely go to Paris?
Definitely. You can look that up too. You'll see.
Do you have your passport to prove it?
Dairy Team found in Paris.
So, did you just go missing?
I went missing.
You just went, got a ticket to Paris.
So I was like, right. So I went up, got my passport, got my bag, went to the airport and was like, the Belfast, and was like, when's the next flight going to France? And they were like, there's one going to Paris, and the next, or whatever, and I was like, I'll take it. One way, please.
One way to? And what did you do when you were there? You had nowhere to stay, did you, I'm going to assume?
I stayed in a hostel most nights, and I stayed on the streets one night. That's a mad night. So I was supposed to stay up all night and pray, and I was walking, and I just kept walking in a circle beside the Eiffel Tower, over a bridge and around. Just kept doing that all night. And I don't know what time I got there because I had my phone. I left my phone on the plane.
Right.
They trust in God more. And
you intentionally left your phone on the plane? Right.
This is psychosis, man. It's mad.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not.
But so that was my first proper hallucination that night, like visual hallucination, where it was Satan like jumping up and down in a wee footpath. Like, he was really annoyed with me because I would ignore him, and I was like, well, at least he can't touch me. And he touched the back of my hand like that, and I was like, oh fuck, like, get me out of here. So I just kept my head down and was like, no, ignore it, and he left. And that was just my first ever visual hallucination that I remember.
And that visual one, in that moment, you're seeing that, so that's true.
It touched me and all, like, it was mad. I only came to the conclusion, 3 months ago, probably less, that was a hallucination.
Right. And did you speak about it to people?
I spoke about it to people, like my family, close family and friends.
But see, staying out in Paris, right, so you know nobody?
No.
Or nothing around you?
No.
Did you have much money even on you, or is there...
So what years? I had I am going to sound like a wee spoiled rotten girl here at the minute, but me and my friend were supposed to go to Venice.
Mhm.
And I was all to my daddy, Daddy, can I have money to go to Venice? And he said, aye. This was weeks before, and I took the acid, and it's that day that I seen my daddy sent me £500 after getting that thought to go to France, and I thought that's a sign, because I forgot about asking him for
Aye.
money to go to Venice. So I was like, this is a sign.
Aye,
I
someone,
must go. And there I went.
and that's what took you.
Uh,
And how long were you there for?
I don't know. I was there, like, on the streets. I was there about like 5 days, maybe max. And then I was sectioned in St Anne's Hospital, which is in Paris, and I was there for about 2 weeks.
So did you go under the hospital yourself?
No, this is a bit of a mad story too. So my mum had done a Liam Neeson, and she came out and found me.
You done a Liam Neeson?
It was my mum, my daddy, my stepdad, my sister. All came out at different times to try and find me. How they found me was a girl who I met in the hostel followed me on Instagram. And I said to her, like, I don't have Instagram, but she was like, I'll follow you anyway. So I was like, great, it's grand. My mum hacked my Instagram, seeing she followed me, and asked her where I was staying.
That's how she found Paris,
That's
is
how,
it? Right.
well, no, she knew Paris because I got a taxi from my house to the airport, and then they tracked that taxi. He said it after the airport. They tracked that. And
Right,
they got
aye,
me
so they
going to Paris.
They knew you were at the airport, and it's easy enough, I suppose,
No.
when you use your passport.
Mm.
So you were saying about your ma, Liam Neeson, herself. So how'd she do that then? She just tracked that down, and then, but how'd she get you in Paris? I've been to Paris. It's a big
that's the
place.
thing. That was just pure luck, because I was actually thinking myself not to go back to that hostel, but then I was like, I've nowhere else to go. So I went back to the hostel, and they were coming up the street, and I was walking down, and I seen them. I was like, fuck's sake. So this is going to sound a bit mad, because I didn't even mention this before, but I thought they were all demons.
Right,
So
fought.
I thought my family and all were all demons. So like, seeing them was like, oh fuck, here we go. And my
So
mama,
you were
I
having
tried to
that
get away
other
from them.
devil moment nearly in your head. That
And I was trying to get away from them and all. Nearly ran out of the hotel, and that's when my mama got me sectioned in, because I was like, right, it was like 6 in the morning or something. And I had this journal. I wrote loads of stuff on. And my sister was pregnant when I was in the shower, and she was shaking, because she was like, she's going to fucking kill me. This is going to be one of those like murder, you know what I mean? Like, I'm reading her journal.
why were you writing stuff
and
about
I
her?
show
Or
up behind her all,
what?
why are you reading my journal? But I ran out, and my stepdad grabbed me before I got onto the street, and my mom was like, no, we're going straight to the hospital. And I had the St Anne's Hospital.
And they just knew there and then that you needed the hospital. It wasn't even, did they know anything was up before the trip from the acid or anything? Did they see anything or any signs before it?
They seen signs, because you have to remember too, my family do believe in God and all, same as me. But there comes a fine line between faith and madness. And there was one night I stayed in the chapel for, not night, it was during the day, for like 4 hours. And then my mama collected me. I don't think she knew I was in the chapel for that long, but she collected me. And whenever she came in to my room, after she left me home, she was like, what's wrong? And I was like shaking and like, been like, no, leave me alone, mum, I need you to leave me alone. Like, I need to sort things out with God here. I don't know what I was thinking at that point, but I scared the shit out of her. Like, I scared the living shit out of her.
But see, being on a plane, going to Paris, knowing nobody, not even knowing what you're going to do, or what feelings is that? What?
No, there was a few thoughts there, thinking like, because all my family were demons, there was no hope for me here. I had to go find someone. God's going to give someone a dream.
So you thought they were demons before you went? Right, I thought it was when you seen them in Paris. No, so it was before you went. Really. So it was more or less getting away from them ones. And
pretty much like a just escape thing. Escapism.
Right. And then going into the hospital, do you remember much about that and the first hospital when you were in Paris? Do you remember?
The food was nice.
Food was nice?
It was better in here.
Was it better than the hostel? What's a hostel like?
The hostel was, I remember the price of it. It was €40 for, I think, 2 nights and breakfast.
Right.
It was good for the city centre.
I've never stayed in a hostel, not for lack of trying from that man beside you. There's a boy behind the camera, Paddy, PT Pat, we all know. But he is determined to get me to stay in a hostel.
You can get nice ones.
We went to Edinburgh for the day. a couple of weekends ago, we just flew out of Belfast on the Friday and flew back on the Derry at night from Edinburgh just for a couple of hours in Edinburgh. But he had me walking around hostels and trying to convince me to stay in it.
Would you not stay?
I don't know. I don't.
Why?
Well, this one was what, about £40 a night as well, let's say, and a good enough hotel's not that far off it.
I guess so.
And you have your own room, but this was
So you get the much
six dormitory. I can see the appeal of meeting new friends, but this one didn't even have. We went in and they let us tour around it and they walked us around it, but there's not even curtains in the bed beside. I don't know. What if you
Why
wake
do you
up
need
and
curtains
some
at your
boys
bed?
knows we? What?
No, they wouldn't do that.
You never know.
You do get weirdos too, like. No, my hostel wasn't like that. I shared with girls though. Use men are different, like.
Exactly. I'd do it for sharing with girls,
Would you do it if you put
no,
mine curtains, no curtains in, would you?
No, but what about the snoring? What if you couldn't sleep because some fucker has a snoring problem?
That's unlucky. That's just unlucky. You have to that's what the price is for.
Just hope you're the one with a snoring problem and you wake Emma. But no, how did you get home then from Paris?
My mama was gonna kill me because she spent a lot of money on staying in hotels.
Did you not line her up with a hostel?
No, she knew
Did you not tell her about the hostel?
No, what was
£40
it? There was something
bed
on.
and breakfast 2 nights.
I know.
Many of them went.
No, there was something on. Was it Fashion Weekend or was it the Grand Prix or something? I think there was like two or three things on in Paris at the same time.
You had to pick the year
week.
time.
I fucked the height of Paris season, and there was barely any room. There's no room in the inn. She had to go. She had to go looking.
Could she not have said she knew you and you were already there and all that? No, name drop
the chosen
you.
one. You know the chosen one. She was here as my daughter.
So when you were in the hostel, were you telling everyone you were the chosen one and stuff? Is that what you mean by
I
that?
was very. So I thought everyone could hear your thoughts. So I didn't have to like announce it. I could just say it in my thoughts, and everyone would hear.
So you thought you thinking it, they knew what you were thinking.
They knew what I could hear, and I could hear their thoughts. So it was like, it was all good.
And could you hear their thoughts in your?
I mean, I could hear their voice saying things that they weren't saying, which I thought was their thoughts. So but it was always religious based. It was always like something.
Was your psychosis always religious based?
Literally, I was like, slept, woke, and ate. What is that? Eat, sleep,
rave, repeat.
You know what
Eat, sleep, pray, repeat.
Well, no, that was my life. Just pray, like 24/7 for a good solid month or so.
And because you believe so much in God and all that, there you obviously had angels and demons. I suppose you had to believe in the devil and things like that, and that's where that came out. I'm going to assume.
Like, I got on like learning about the occult and all when I was like 13.
The what? Sorry,
the occult. Like, I probably should. I don't know.
What is that? But no.
It's like the Illuminati and all.
Aye.
Like conspiracy stuff. That's the right word.
Right. Okay.
Conspiracy stuff. I learned about that when I was like 13, and I got a wee bit too obsessed with it, and then I got scared of it, and I let go of it. But because it was already in my head, I think that kind of came out a lot too when I was in psychosis.
World flat or round?
Round.
Right. Okay.
Maybe flat. Who knows?
A lot of people say flat, and a lot of people say round.
It's flat.
But I don't think it would make a difference what it was.
No, it doesn't really.
Just don't fall off it, and you'll be grand.
There was one time that I impersonated a nurse accidentally. It was an accident.
Accidentally.
It was an accident.
That's...
So I was walking down the streets, and at the time I believed that my presence would bless houses if I was in them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I seen a gate open or like a house door open, that means go on and just stand there and
And then are you allowed to take that £20 that's sitting in there?
No,
you can't even take that. Right,
your presence like blesses the house. That's what I thought. So I went on and what do you call it? The woman came to the door and was like, "Oh, you're the nurse here to see so and so. We'll call him Jerry." She was like, "Oh, you're the nurse," and I was like, "Aye." And we just sat chit chatting. She's like, "Oh, he'll be on soon, and he'll be on soon. Like, do you want a cup of tea or coffee or anything?" I was like, "Just have a water." And I sat there for a good, I don't know how long, probably about 10-15 minutes before I caught myself on. I was like, "Sinead, you're impersonating the nurse. Like, if you get caught doing this, like, you get arrested. You know what I mean? This is bad." And I was like, "Hold on, I left my notes in the car." So I went outside. I wasn't even driving, I don't have a car.
No,
I went outside and just ran, booted home, sprinted as fast as I could.
No, so the family support. You
Aye.
says the family was only support, so
Well, no, they're not the only
not
support,
only, but
like,
the
the
healthcare,
main,
the main.
and that's why I think so much people struggle, is because a lot of people don't have a big family support network.
There's no good support network.
No, do you know what I mean? So they'll fall through the cracks, but that's why I need to, like, I feel like the most urgent thing in mental health is connection.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do, this might sound a bit mad, but I do believe that every mental illness is due to lack of connection. Obviously, there's trauma, lack of connection, natural lack of connection, and I just think the base point of it is lack of connection. Like, there's this new psychosis treatment in Sweden.
And what is it? Just speaking?
It's just talking. It's giving the person in psychosis an open space, not to tell them that they're delusional, not to tell them that they're wrong, but just to listen to them. And slowly but surely, whenever they're talking about themselves, they kind of come to their own conclusions. And that's it.
That's it.
It's literally
surely
just
it's not as simple as that, but is it?
no, well, there are some cases where I'm going to say Sweden for argument's sake, right? But I don't know if it's Sweden. I know it's one of the Dutch lands. Sweden used to have one of the highest rates of schizophrenia. You can Google this. And now they are one of the lowest people with schizophrenia on medication.
Lowest rates of
people
so
with schizophrenia on medication.
Oh, so they're low. Right. Even though they have it, they're able to deal with it in other ways, and it's not medicating themselves. Right.
Which is a bit mad. I don't think that will happen. Maybe it might happen in my lifetime here, but if I just can't imagine myself to be on medication for life.
And do you see a difference in the medication when you're on it or off it, or do you ever try and miss it, or have you ever missed it by accident? Or
I've missed it by accident for a week, and that didn't go good.
A week's not really an accident. I meant one day.
No, it wasn't.
I meant one day.
But it was an accident because I kept thinking I'll do a ticket now, and then I didn't, and it just went on for a week. Your head starts racing, so you can't really. Well, this is a bit further on. A week off it, what happened to me was I just got really depressed because what I'm on is a mood stabilizer and an antipsychotic, so it's both. So whenever I came off it, my first symptoms of going down was depression.
So you were off it for a week?
I was off it for a week.
And you slipped straight into depression. That was the first stage you felt?
And then I was right back on it. And then I got switched to injection form. So I only have to get injected once. It was once a month, now it's once every 2 months.
Right.
So I don't have to worry about missing my medication no more.
Does that mean you're doing better? Do you can? Or what,
it's just less.
Why the month or 2 months? Why?
Just because it's less hassle.
Less hassle. Higher dose maybe, is it?
Higher dose. I'd be buzzing in the first week, hey?
Vitamin C.
So whenever I was really bad coming out of my second episode, kind of coming into reality, understanding how much I embarrassed myself, understanding how much, like, my reputation is, not that I had much of a reputation anyway, but, like, you know, the people I knew, the people I was friends with, kind of fell away, you know, things like that happening. And I didn't see a good story with anyone with schizophrenia before. And paradoxically enough, I prayed, and I was still hearing voices, but I was kind of trying to force myself to believe that it was fake. And I did pray, and I said, God, take us away from me. I can't deal with it. And I don't remember, there was no Shazam moment that it was gone and it never came back. It was just slowly but surely over time, over about 3-4 months, it went away because I was on my medication. And I still get an audible hallucination once every few months, but I know it's an audible hallucination and it doesn't bother me.
What's that? Just listening to hearing voices, kind of?
But it's always a voice that I can already hear. It's not like a random voice. It's like, say you're talking to me now. I'll hear your voice say something that it's not saying. That, and it works with from TV, radio, my own thoughts.
Is that why some people believe that celebrities are their friends, because they're hearing the celebrity's voice, obviously? And would that go as far as you can see the celebrity talk, or can you just hear it? Or can you see, hear, do you hallucinate?
I think you can see. I think you can see. There was one point, I remember very vividly, I don't know if it's a bit too vivid, but like, it was, I was in A&E after coming down off the mountain. My mum took me to A&E, and the police had to be called and things like that, and I was I would shout out the power of God and I would start running. My feet cut up like really bad because I was walking barefoot up a mountain.
Which mountain do you go?
Sheriff's Mountain.
Sheriff's Mountain.
And I was running and I got to the bottom of the South Bank Hospital, and there's like an hour field if you go on down past the car park. And I was on there and a policeman came, and I remember thinking this policeman's gonna root me, and that was what was in my head, so I had to like run, so I had him and all. But I remember his fist changing because I called him Satan, and I remember his fist changing saying don't say that again. It was really stern. But he didn't say it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he didn't say that. Like, it was just. At this point, I was like peak mentally ill. Do you know what I mean?
And were you found in the mountain or what? Or how did.
No, I got too cold, so I came off the mountain.
You can't.
I was like, this stuff.
Flying away won't bother you to a sunny country. Well, only France, but sunnier than here country. But when it's in this country and it's up a mountain, you're too cold.
Literally. The Almighty God tells me to go up a mountain for 3 days, and I'm like, but it's cold.
And were you up there 3 days?
No, I was up there 2.
2 days?
But I came down off the mountain in between. I didn't go into my house or nothing. I stayed outside, and then I went back up again.
They eat or what? Or
no, here's another story. So I'm going to go off on a tangent. But wait there, 2 seconds. Can I go back to the mad and the insight hope? Because I had something to say, but we went off on it.
Of course.
So I didn't see a good story about schizophrenia once. And it wasn't until I got better that I started researching positive. I didn't actually research it, but I just thought there was none. No, I just kind of gave up hope. And I found a girl who is a radio host, and she has really bad audible hallucinations every day of her life, like of scratchings, like terrifying stuff, like. And she's a radio host, and she's really successful. And I just thought that was mad, because it wasn't until I got better that I started seeing good stories. And I was like, you see what you look for.
You can't find a good story in a bad when you're feeling down, when you're feeling bad, you're not looking for. So she's what, a radio host?
She's a radio host.
It wouldn't be the earphones, it's a scratching or anything if you took them off, or do you actually think it's in?
No, it's a
no, that's psychosis. That's alright. I was just wondering in case it's not just some boy winding her up in the microphone, no, scratching it.
Someone took a handful of VCs.
What if it came out? You never know.
It could be. But
no, poor Liam Neeson's the one winding you up in the background.
Liam Neeson?
Your mother.
Oh, my mommy. But my mommy, what was I going to say? My head's been blinking.
You were talking about going up and down the mountain.
Oh, aye. So I found this caravan up the mountain, so I got 2 gold again, so I stayed in that.
Was this just a random caravan on a mountain, or did you have to break under it?
No, it was open. It was open. So I went under it. I had my wee head covering with me. And I...
Was there actually just a random caravan on top of a mountain?
There was like a horse and then a wee car. It was like a wee farm place, but they had a caravan. And then in the morning when I woke up, I went down and I walked a little further and I seen a house. So I knocked at this house, and this girl, I think her name, I will not say her name because she's from here, but she was well good. Her car was running, and it was like 7 in the morning, so she was going to work, and she left and went inside the house, and her car was running. So I went on. I couldn't drive at the time. I didn't know how to drive. I tried to steal the car, and I didn't know. I couldn't get it moving, so I just was like, right. So I sat in the back, and there was a dog, a big husky dog, outside, and I was like, I can't leave this car now because this dog's going to attack me. And this girl came out of the house, seen me, was like, ah, screaming.
Did she see you when she was out of the car, when she jumped under?
No, she didn't see me jumping under it.
No, but did she see you from her front door? Or was she in the driver's seat and looked in the mirror and seen you just over her shoulder?
No, she was in her house at this point. And then I tried to drive the car and all, and then I couldn't, so then I went on the back. And then she came out and was like screaming and all, and then I was like, I don't know what I said. I don't know how that conversation went. But she said, I'll give you a lift down. And then she gave me a lift down. I thought she's going to take me to a mental health hospital or something. And I got out of the car at the traffic lights and ran back up the mountain.
And that's how people knew you were up there, even? Or
I remember
did she ring
seeing
a
a helicopter.
police, or did she?
There was a helicopter out looking for me.
Was a helicopter looking for you?
I know that sounds mad, but like my mum even said to me, did you see a helicopter? And I was like, aye, and she thought it was looking for you. And I was like, Jesus.
Right. Well, it makes sense going up a mountain, I suppose.
No, they knew I was up the mountain because there was other reports to see me, and I kept going up a few weeks beforehand. I kept coming up and coming back down.
And you were only going up to pray, was it?
Aye.
Praying was your thing?
Yeah, and fast. I was about 7 stone. I was really, really skinny. So
see, when you come out of these episodes and let's say you come off a mountain and you come back round to yourself, do you feel stronger for it? For overcoming what it was, or?
I do. Like, see, before, I used to think, like, if like, say my mommy died, I'd go with her. No, that would be me. But now I'm like, nothing will take me out but death itself. Like, I am stronger for it.
Aye. No, I believe that would do that to you. In fairness, it would push you to that. So, in that sense, do you be glad things like that do happen at times, or? I know you could be doing without it, but the fact is it happens. So, can you look at it in a positive side?
I can always make a funny joke out of it too. Like, I like making people uncomfortable with it too. So.
And how you getting on with me, trying to make me uncomfortable
no,
at any stage?
No,
it's not working, no.
But like other people. I don't know if Mike shot a show the other day.
I noticed that there was someone
on about me smoking weed or something.
That's the comedian asked, were you out smoking weed, and what did you say?
I'm schizophrenic.
Not allowed to smoke, Adam's skin. But would something like that help? Would that be? Or is this a whole different thing?
THC is usually a trigger point for psychosis, so you can get weed-induced psychosis too.
I have seen some people you could nearly fit that pro. So, so that's probably, I know people say, I don't think it's depression it helps, but it helps joint pains, things like that.
I know, like
smoking weed, but so that could actually put you deeper in because of what it does to you. It obviously leaves you spaced out or whatever. So that's actually. So what about cocaine? Would that bring you out of it if that goes the other way? No.
I don't know. Do you have any?
No, I don't have any. Unfortunately, but no. No, I was just wondering. But so people say that them natural kind of things help for certain things.
But obviously like under medical supervision, I'm sure they do. But like, it's a street drugs. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not going to do a lot of help.
And the fact now, I know you're doing TikToks, things like that there, and you're talking about it very openly.
Yeah.
Is that helping? Because you says the talking and does many people reach out over the head of that? Or?
You know what? I've got a good lot of messages from people. I've got a few people on it. You don't get that much from people and psychosis because most of the time they're not aware. But I have had people and psychosis and mostly their families coming and reaching out to me and asking for help.
Do you think you'd look forward to being someone that could help people like that, or do you think because you're dealing with you can't yet?
I'd love to be a mental health advocate. Like, that is one of my goals in life, is to be an advocate for mental health clients who, like, going to the doctors, dealing with social workers, dealing with the system, being someone that supports them.
Because and if you were chatting to someone, let's say you were talking to your counsellor, you said earlier on you once a week and then it went to once a month or whatever, did that counsellor have to be directly just the same as you or have the same things as you, or is it just a normal counsellor, it's generic around?
So do you mean like specialised in schizophrenia? Or?
More or less.
I don't know, I never actually asked them that.
So they couldn't, you'd rather be the sympathetic ear, you'd rather be the person to say, I have what you have. Here's how I dealt with it, work that way. So they obviously didn't do that with you.
No, they did. Like, that's why they're one of the reasons. Like, my perinatal team, it's a thing in Derry for pregnant mummies. Because I wasn't on psychosis whenever I was pregnant, but they still had to be in my life. To make sure nothing went wrong. But no, she was really good with getting help with social workers and stuff. Like, not most people don't want social workers in their lives.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So she was good at keeping them back.
At bay, yeah.
But
how would you start? So would you have to go back to school if you were looking to do things like that, or?
Not advocacy work, no. I would need more experience, more than anything, the way dealing with doctors and dealing with social workers, because...
How would you get that? Where would you go next? What's your next steps to do that?
Well, me for mental volunteering.
Aye. Are you already doing that?
I did it. I'm not doing it right now, but I did do it in my maternity.
Aye. And you enjoy it?
I I did.
What do you call them?
Me for mental.
Me for mental.
Those are people I skydive for.
Aye.
Aye.
As the charity you skydived for.
Aye.
Me
They,
for mental.
They're
And
on Queen
a
Street.
lot of these things, me for mental, it sounds like you'd want to stay away from some of them trigger names or words, but it seems to.
Like I see it like it's like, see the way like LGBTQ have like queer and they own queer.
Uh-huh.
Like we own mental.
You own mental.
Schizoids.
Nobody can take that off you. But actually, we'll nearly wrap it up now. But what is your TikTok name? Are you happy enough for anyone to follow, or
Aye, anyone can follow. Aye.
anyone? So what?
Sinead.
I think it's just your second name.
Is it just Sinead Murphy?
I think it is just Sinead Murphy.
Is there a number?
I don't know.
I think there is. No, there's not. It's
Sinead Murphy
Sinead
with
M.
that fist there. Is it just that one? There you are. You went to tell another story, and I actually can't remember what was
Oh, what was that one? Oh, I tried to raise someone from the dead at a funeral.
it. Right.
And
Did you know? Were you at the funeral, or
I was
did
at
you
the
know the person?
No, I found out recently that I didn't know the person who died, but I knew the reason why I was there is because I knew someone that was related to them. So that's why I was there. And there was a full, the cathedral, full. The bishop was there. She must have been some amazing woman who done so much for the community. I don't know who it was. And I went up 3 times. The first time, I was being told, shout out, be risen in Christ, and slam on the coffin. So I went out, went, be risen in Christ, and then went back, sat down, and it didn't work. So I was like, oh my God, it didn't work. And I got told again, do it again. You didn't shout out. You have to shout, and you have to slam down. That's what you have to do. So I was like, right, build myself up and all. And I went out again, done that. Long story short, the whole 3 times I didn't shout out loud enough. That's why I wasn't risen from the dead. For families going through having a relative that has psychosis, what you do is because you can't get someone sectioned for human rights reasons, so you just document everything they're doing, record them as if you can secretly, and show their doctors. If the doctors don't take you on, go to an MLA, and the MLAs will do a lot for a vote. So if you show them, they put pressure on the healthcare service, then you might get somewhere. But it is quite hard in this. My family was told, wait until the crash, which basically means wait until she does something really extreme, which I did twice. Raising someone from the dead wasn't good enough, and many other things wasn't good enough too. So I had to go up a mountain and nearly die.
But so they're not whatsoever focusing on prevention. No, it's all aftermath thereafter.
It's all
not
aftermath.
I do think that's a problem with even this town in general. It's people with the things happen before it's too late before you act.
Aye, literally.
But as you say, was it too late for you, or
it could have been? There was I could have died easily in Paris and up the mountain. Do you know what I mean? Like it was January when I went up the mountain. I had no jacket or nothing. Like it was. My mama was going mad. I God love her. She must have been going through it. I started going to flashback movie like That's So Raven.
I remember that years ago. Jesus, that's an old one, isn't it? That's what age you?
26.
Was that? I thought that was even out or away from the TV screens when we were growing up. No, wasn't it?
See, I was going to go on the if you're aware you're on psychosis, which is.
And do you ever be aware at the start?
Some people do. Some people do. I don't want to get cocky, but I do think that I might if I go and do it again. But I don't know. I don't want to jinx myself. Do you know what I mean? But I know if you are in psychosis, then and you're aware you're in psychosis, well, congratulations, because you are one of the lucky ones that are aware. And
would it be harder on you to be aware that you're in psychosis?
It could be, aye.
Because if you don't know and you're tuning in and then tuning out, is it a blur then in between, or do you remember everything?
I remember a good bit, but I don't remember everything. Like I thought that I came down off the mountain, knocked at someone's house, a couple's house, and they let me in. I sat in their house. I punched a woman in the face because the police came. They rang the police, and I tried to get out and she was in the way, so I had to punch her. And I kept being told the whole time, this isn't real. This isn't real. Do what you can to get out of here. And so that's what I done. But that's not actually what happened. That wasn't real. That didn't happen.
So
what actually happened was
afterwards you can't differentiate until someone tells you that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But if let's say there is a demon in it, you can kind of say, right, there was a demon in that. I'm not saying it's obviously fake, but in your head it's fake then afterwards, or
and when you're loving it, it's 100. It's as real as me.
That's why I'm saying I'm not saying fake, because it's
I know
it is real to you, so it's real.
It's mad. I think.
And you own that word.
Mad.
You own that word.
I own it.